All right, I think we got everything good to go. And we'll be on calm lands. I think I just installed one mod. And that would be that one. All right, now let's see. We still got to go over here. We got to get all these bales finished. I think we might start buying our bales. Oh, hi, Dee Dee. How are you? Oh, I found some pretty cool mods. Oh, okay. I'm going to show you this new trailer that I found. Actually, I'm going to show you two different things that I found. Let me finish this row right here. Oh, a new coloring video. Cool. Okay, so let me just stop right here. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I found that I'm going to be getting. So let's go look at, let's go to trailers. Uh, where was it? There's a trailer right here, category, trailers. Let me see if it's in this one. Yes. See this black lizard trailer? Well, let me show you this other one first. Let's go down here. Trailers. See this trailer right here, this red one? I just installed this one. And the reason I installed it is because, oh no, that's not the right one. There's another one here, this red one. Yeah, capacity. If we go down to capacity, we have unrealistic, and that gives us 400,000 liters. So this is twice as much holding space as that blue trailer that we use. But check this out. Yeah, I thought that was cool when I found this 400,000 liters. Now look here. If we go back to this one, trailers, and we come down to this black trailer right here, this lizard. Now look here, watch. Capacity, standard, 250,000 liters, 500,000 liters, 1 million liters, 5 million liters for this one trailer. I bet you can guess what trailer I'm going to be buying. So I'm going to be buying that trailer because that trailer is going to, Eric, hi. I'm going to use those trailers like silos on Riverbend Springs. I need a silo over by my oil mill, and I'm going to use these trailers like silos. But then look here, I also came across this right here. Harvesters. Let's see, I think it was a regular harvester. Yeah, look here. This harvester right here. We can look at the capacity, normal capacity, which is 8,000 liters, or extra large, 200,000 liters. So the harvester itself will hold 200,000 liters. So I'm going to be getting one of those too. And it's customizable as far as paint. So those were the most interesting new mods that I got. It was just those things with capacity. Oh, look where we ended up. Because I put that menu up. Wow. We just kept right on rolling, didn't we? Man, this tractor rolled way down the hill. Look how far it went down the hill. Yeah, it amazes me how far this thing will just roll on its own after you leave the screen. Yeah, I like that harvester. That's the one I found first. I found it a couple of days ago, actually before I started the last live stream. No, I take that back. It wasn't before, it was after. Otherwise, I'd have mentioned it last time. But I don't know if I want to keep doing like big fields like this of grass just to get bales, since we really can't. What a waste! I wasn't able to keep all these bales. I have to just sell them. And I did check, it did say that you can only store up to 200 bales. Whoops. I don't know why this thing doesn't just stay automatic. Let me see. No. I can't either. Well, we are not putting this back in grass. We will, we're going to plant it back in soybeans. Well, if I can. I may have to go with canola and use canola as a cash crop because I don't have a, oh, I forgot. I can't just load those up. I got to go sell them. I still got to try to fix that right there too, so I don't have to keep driving around it. Let me see. Even just the very act of it buying bales causes them to fall off of that trailer. I haven't figured out any way to be able to just sell these things without it making a big mess over here. There we go. Okay, here we go again. Oh, there's a bale I missed out there. Eric, how you been doing? I was wondering if there was a way I could actually push that bale that's in that thing out. Let's see if we go over here. Oh. Oh, okay. Do you have a fire? Oh, okay. Do they have like restrictions where you're at as to when you can have a fire? Oh, okay. Let's see, I'm curious as to whether this will take the bale off this conveyor. Oh, okay. Because I know like where I was living, I could not have a fire before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Right, right. Okay, no, that would not pull that bale off of there. So that's okay. Well, that's because where I was living, our fire department was a volunteer fire department. So they didn't want you to have open fires until like the volunteer fire department got off from their regular jobs and would be available to come put out a fire. Now I think we can keep these other bales right here because we don't really have that many bales in storage. Well, maybe we got enough. Now let's see. Well, it's just not going to get all of them, is it? It just had to miss one. Yeah, I like the color combination. I've used that purple with the Volta green as my color combination for actually many years, not just on this game. I've used a lime green. I have had racing cars and stuff like that with that color scheme, purple, black, and the lime green or Volta green. Now this here, let's see what we're going to have to do. Yeah, this one we're going to have to, we'll have to plant canola as a cash crop. Oh, wait, I need to check something out. Fertilized 50%. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we got that first layer of fertilization because I didn't do that. And we did because it was grass. So until we can afford to buy a planter, we will use canola as a cash crop on here because we can't do soybeans. Yes, soybeans are planted with the planter. It used to be on FS19, FS22, soybeans could be planted with either the seeder or the planter. Now they changed it and only the planter works. Hey Monty, how are you? Yeah, that's why we have to use canola as a cash crop. It works a lot like soybeans, but because we don't have the oil mill, we'll go ahead and use canola as a cash crop. We could use sunflowers also. Thank you, so do I, Monty. So far, it seems to be going pretty smoothly. I do need to do something, though. I don't have my, Oh, I found a silo. I was showing Dee Dee that I'm going to use on Riverbend Springs down by our oil mill. We were looking for one in the last stream on Riverbend Springs, and I found what we're going to use. Yes, Dee Dee, I got my TV. I did not have to roll it across the room tonight. And so far, I can read all the menus. But I'm getting motion sickness. It took me a day longer to get my TV, though. I will tell you that. I thought I was going to have it Monday, and I did not get it Monday. Yeah, I was wondering if you saw that graffiti that you left. Yeah, that was kind of funny, isn't it, Monty? I got to looking at that like sometime late last night after I got my TV hooked up and everything. It took me an extra day to get the TV delivered over here. That's why I wasn't able to live stream on Monday night, because they didn't deliver my TV. They were supposed to, and I had my other one and everything was already disassembled and took apart. But anyway, I got to looking at that picture last night and I got to thinking, hey, that would be pretty cool. Yesterday was my birthday, yes. So I was able to get my TV set up on my birthday, but I actually wanted it done on Monday, so it would have been ready to go for my live stream that was actually on my birthday. My TV? Well, yeah. It, it connects to Wi-Fi. It's a Roku TV. Yes, I most certainly can. But even like driving, like this thing right here, it'll make me dizzy until I get used to it because it's so big, it really does give me like motion sickness. So I'm just glad I'm not watching a tennis match right now. I don't have my TV mounted on the wall. I just have like a rolling TV stand. So this TV is actually about 3 feet away from the wall. And that's about 3 feet closer to me than I wanted it. Well, now that guy just skipped that spot altogether. Why did he do that? But yeah, it's a little bit closer than I wanted it to be, so it's almost oversized for this room. But I decided when my other TV, actually both of my TVs, when I moved over here, they both got damaged, the screens. So I decided that since I had to replace them, I was going to upgrade them. Yeah, I've had Disney Plus and stuff like that. I don't watch Disney movies. I mean, I don't have like my grandkids around and stuff like that, so. And really, the new Disney, I ain't all that thrilled with the new Disney. Yeah, the one I was watching was a 43 inch. I bought that after I moved here. But I knew as soon as I moved here I was going to buy this TV that I have, that I just bought. That's been my plan. And then I'm going to buy another bigger TV for my bedroom too. but not this big. I'm not going to buy one this big. But I will upgrade the one that I had in my bedroom with one that's a little bit bigger. Oh. Anybody want to venture to guess what the first movie I ever saw in a movie theater was? And this guy's going all over this field. No, I can't remember who actually, who were the stars. I know somebody would know who the people were that played the actors. No, the very first movie I ever saw in a movie theater was The Sound of Music. It was quite the experience, let me tell you. For the first time in my life, I'd ever been in a movie theater. So the first time I ever heard the sound like that. So I can tell you for sure the fields were alive with the sounds of music. Now, I had a mother-in-law who used to watch The Sound of Music and Gone with the Wind so many times that I got my do-re-mi's and my fiddle-dee-dees all mixed up. Oh. Oh, most definitely. I've been thinking about getting me an Alexa just so I can sit here and have somebody else turn the lights on for me. And it's funny because I was thinking I really don't have anything to use an Alexa with unless I buy the right kind of light bulbs and stuff. But this TV said works with Alexa. I don't know how, but now I am hoping that this guy goes back and catches that one little patch right over there that it skipped. Well, I can talk to the remote. I mean, I can give voice commands to the remote. But I just noticed on the box it said works with Alexa. And I don't know exactly what that means. I'll have to just wait because I do plan on getting an Alexa. Yeah, I'm not sure how. I know, like when I'm in Texas, my son-in-law has Alexa, and they use it quite a bit. Well, I'll have to get used to doing that. I've never used voice commands on my phone or anything like that, so. But once I saw that it said the TV would work with it, I thought for sure now I know I'm going to get an Alexa just to, I mean, just to listen to music with, use it like a radio. But then I could figure out how to do stuff on the TV with it too, so. I gotta buy some special light bulbs. Now, one thing about Alexa, I can say this, you don't know for sure if that thing's listening to you or not. I'm pretty sure my son-in-law and I were having a conversation about something. I can't remember what it was, but the next thing you know, I was getting uh, ads on my YouTube about it. Yeah, I've never used Alexa, so I don't really know how it works that much. I do know if you buy the right light bulbs, Bluetooth light bulbs, then you can use Alexa with the light bulbs. And then I really don't know what all it will do. Uh, Depends on, everything has to be Bluetooth capable so it can connect, but I don't know how it works. And then I just know you use voice commands, but like my son-in-law, for example, I know at one time Alexa addressed him by his name. So it does have voice recognition. That's a good way to put it. I agree. Amazing and creepy. Well, I've never really wanted one of those things in my house before, but when I was in Texas this last time, I kind of decided I'd go ahead and get one, just for the purpose of listening to music. But it would be kind of nice to have one that will turn my light on for me or not right now, because I don't feel like right now I could just holler at it and tell it to turn that lamp off over there. Because I don't feel like getting up and going and turning that lamp off. Yeah, I thought about that too. At least the temperature. I've always thought it was funny. I've never watched the weather on TV, like on to see what the weather was like. I always just look out the window and I know what's going on. Oh, it's been windy and rainy here actually. 'Yeah, we've had wind and rain. 2 hours remaining. How long of the video was it? Because you've been uploading that video ever since you got here. A 40-minute video. But you've been uploading that thing ever since... You've been uploading it for the last hour, haven't you? Hadn't you started that when you joined the stream? Yeah, well, I understand that. I have to upload my stuff by Wi-Fi too. I guess mine, when I have done uploads, there's probably been a time or two when it showed like a 2 or 3 hour upload time, but then it it didn't actually take that long. The Ethernet. "26%, and you've been uploading for the past hour." Oh, wow. And then it still has to process after it uploads. Yeah, hardwired. I would think that would be faster. Oh, maybe that has something to do with it. Oh, so it's working off of like Bluetooth? No, I do not have a cable that runs from my PlayStation to my modem. It's done by Bluetooth, I guess. It's wireless. Okay, I got you. Well, see, I think that's probably some of the reason why I have connection issues with the PlayStation because it's not hardwired. It's wireless. The router is 100 feet away. Well, yeah, if you're doing wireless and you're that far away from your router, then I'd say the signal strength is not real strong. Yeah, I don't know if I can actually hardwire into this the like the modem that I have. I don't think it's actually meant to be that. I'd have to look at it and even see if there's a place to plug a wire into it. I don't know. Well, if you got 4 bars of signal, that's pretty good. Oh, I might consider doing that one day if I decide a permanent place where I want my PlayStation to sit. I might run a cable all the way because I don't like having cables strung all across my floor and everything. So I'd have to run cables all around the walls and stuff like that. The baseboard. Yeah, like I said, I'm not even sure I could actually connect an Ethernet cable to my modem to even connect the PlayStation that way. I don't even know. I'd have to look at it. But I don't recall seeing any place where I could plug into it. Actually, let me just look at it right quick. Since that guy is doing what he's doing, I can look at this right quick just to see if I see a, yeah, actually there are. But, as things are, I would still have to have a cable run across my floor to attach to the PlayStation. But it is a possibility. Yeah, it looked like it had like 5 or 6 uh, slots on the back of it where I could plug stuff into it. So if I could figure out how to do it, but that would be really difficult where I live. Simply because of where they put the wall connection for the internet, that jack. I totally do not have my apartment set up the way they kind of want you to set your apartment up. Because they kind of have a specific place where they think the TV should go and stuff like that. So they have the outlets that they think you need, like your cable and stuff like that. It's all put in a certain spot because they think that's where you're going to want your TV. But that's not where I put my TV. Yeah, that's something I'll think about later. Because like I said, unless I can figure out how to run the cable, then I won't be doing that. And right now, just sitting here looking at it, I see no way to run the cable because I've got doorways and hallways. I see no real way for me to run the cable. Command strips, I'm not sure what those are. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, like I said, if I can figure out some way to professionally run a cable, then I might think about doing something like that. But right now, I will not be connecting to wires. Because I can't have wires laying across my floor and stuff. I'll trip over them. Yeah, see, that's another thing. I'd have to put a bunch of holes in my walls, and I don't want to do that either. I don't have any pictures on my walls or anything because of that. I don't want to put holes in the wall. Yeah, but I could do that, Monty, but then I would have to literally rearrange my entire living room, get rid of my art table, because there would be no place for me to put it. It's in the only place I can put it. Oh, well, I'll have to Google what those are or something. I don't know what they are. Command. Command is a brand name, maybe. Anyway, I'm not doing the wireless stuff, guys, as far as Ethernet is concerned. I'll think about that as something in the future, but it's very doubtful where I live that that's going to happen. Because I'm not going to rearrange my living room just to do that. Yeah, every once in a while I will 30%. Well, you're getting there. Yeah, Monty, every once in a while I show kind of like my workspace and stuff like that. My little area here. Yeah, I like my apartment, so as you can see, it's a good reason not to be rearranging it. Now, I'm probably going to have to catch this one spot right up here. I don't know why it skipped over it. Oh, maybe it is going to pull out there far enough to get it. Oh, awesome. I was just getting ready to get this spot right here. Boom. Well, that's nice. Hey, Richard, how's it going? Good to see you. How you doing, Richard? All right, good. I've got a couple of little spots like that right there where that guy with that plow just missed one spot right back there too, but I'm not going to worry about those little tiny spots like that. All right, last trip around the edge of this field. It saves an absolute remarkable amount of time now that the helper can follow a curve around the edge of the field. It really is remarkable how much time it saves. I think it's those areas of the game are what they can improve, because some things it's really gonna, like, how are they gonna improve on the graphics that much, like in new iterations of the game, because the graphics are pretty much top of the line. So if you're going to be making improvements, it has to be to the physics. Hey, Richard. Woo. All right, let's see. Okay, canola. We're going to be using canola as a cash crop because we cannot plant soybeans right now. We don't have a seeder, or a planter rather. I downloaded a couple of mods today. I actually a couple of trailers that I downloaded with large capacities. The last couple of days, my TV and PlayStation were down, disconnected and stuff. I did look through the mods today. Like I said, I downloaded a couple of things, but mostly it was trailers. I'm going to use this trailer right here. Let me find it. I will be using this trailer as a silo. Monty, this is going to be our silo on Riverbend Springs to use over by the oil mill for our big canola field. We're going to use this trailer as our silo because we have a 5 million liter capacity. So we'll use this as like a mobile silo. And I can paint it the way I want it and stuff too, so it'll be real cool. So we may go do that after we get this planted over here. Alright guys, I gotta take a quick break. I'll just let you ride along with them, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I think I installed a new like a pig enclosure. I think it said it held 200 animals, 200 pigs. But there's only certain, sorry guys, thank you. When I look through the mod store, there's only certain categories that I look at. I look at silos, containers, generators. I do look at cars, trucks, just to see what there might be new. I think I saw a new dirt bike in the cars. I've been waiting for Roadrunner, the Roadrunner Plus, and I'm surprised that has not come out yet. That's a Giant's vehicle, so I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. A semi tractor trailer. And that's usually the big rig that I have is the Roadrunner Plus. But I don't really need that now. Yeah, I think there was a new mod that was a dirt bike. I can't remember if it was I think it was a dirt bike. I did not install it. Oh yeah, you definitely need to take that dirt bike out for a spin around your track, that's for sure. I believe it was a dirt bike. So there's only certain things that I check because a lot of that stuff, the forestry equipment and stuff like that, I don't really look through all that kind of stuff, telehandlers and front end loaders and stuff, because I'm not using that stuff. So I don't scroll through all of those mods, all the latest, just the categories. I have a, well, I don't have a telehandler. No, I'd say not, Dee Dee. I was actually going to use like a telehandler or something for bales if we are going to do bales, but I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of bales. I'll probably just buy what I need. We may occasionally do some bales, but we may still do some round bales of straw or something like that, but yeah, I've got the water pretty much covered because if you look here, this water supply gives us free water, and this trailer holds 200,000 liters of water. But there's another thing you can get that's a water distributor. This is a water supply. It's not a distributor. So this you have to like put near where you want to fill at, okay? It's a fill station. But there is a distributor, a blue water distributor that you can put anywhere. And Dee Dee has it on one of her maps. And she has it set up like right close to this thing right here. And then you fill it up, the blue one, and it will distribute water wherever it's needed, just like a production line. you can set it up to distribute the water wherever it's needed. This one does not do that. There is another one that does, but it only does within a certain radius. And I like those also, but it's not released yet for FS25. So this is the only free water system setup that I've found so far. I think I found another free water where you could pull up to it and fill up, but it doesn't look as nice as this one. So that's where the water's at for right now. Right. Yeah, you're able to use that trailer as a go-between. But I wonder what would happen if you put that blue distributor right next to the green water tanks. Would it fill it up directly? Yeah, I was able to get a greenhouse set up that way one time, where I was able to have the water supply and the trailer and then where I needed the water all in succession, where it all worked together. It's hard to get things set up like that sometimes. Oh, I like these trailers that will fill when they're unattended, when nobody's in them, when they're not attached. Yeah, I don't know if that'll work or not. I think I've tried it in with certain things, other things, and I could not get it to work. But I don't know if it would work with the water like that. It would be pretty cool if it would. That way, you'd never have to put any water in that thing. Now on FS22, there was another one that was a water distributor. And it came preloaded with 1 billion gallons of water. And you could put it you could put it by greenhouses and stuff like that. You had to put it within a radius of what you wanted to supply water to, and then it automatically supplied those things, anything within the radius. And that was one of the coolest ones that I like using, because you never had to worry about filling anything. It was already filled. So some of those things, I'm surprised they have not already come out in FS25. I don't know what all it takes though to convert things from like one iteration to the next, because I'm not a modder. So yeah, that particular water distributor, like if you had greenhouses, that's where I used mine. I had like a set of 6 greenhouses, and that thing would supply the water for all 6 greenhouses. And it has enough water in it that you don't ever have to worry about water. You'd never run out of water. I really kind of have to decide what kind of harvester do I want to use, because I was thinking about switching over and using like a forage harvester. And we had looked at that setup. Right. That blue distributor that you use has to be filled. And the other thing that it came out about the same time on FS22. Both of those did. The water distributor and that blue one that you used, that water tank. They both came out about the same time. I don't know if they might be by the same modder. I don't know. I never looked. But I do know that they came out around the same time. And they do serve different purposes. Because that blue one, it will distribute water to any place on the map. It doesn't have to be within a certain radius. It covers the entire map. Whereas the other thing only worked within a certain radius, but it already had the water in it. So I always used it. I never used the blue water tank because it had to be filled up. And it doesn't really make sense. Not really. It doesn't really make sense to fill up that, the water trailer. It holds 200,000 liters of water, so there's really no point in filling it up and then putting that water in another container and never use it, because 200,000 liters of water in that one tank is more than enough to supply all the water for your entire farm. The handy part about the distributor is that you do not have to drive around and fill everything up, so. And it's sometimes, you don't know whether a mod is going to actually be carried over, like from FS22 into FS25. We don't really know. I mean, I don't, as a player. Now, I did find out, I can't remember who told me, but somebody did tell me that Alien Jim was not going to be bringing No Man's Land to FS25. But that's only because they happen to be in the modding world. Yeah, you constantly have to keep water in greenhouses almost every day. When I first started playing this game, the greenhouses had to have water and manure every day. But that was just part of the game then, so I was doing that every day also. But yeah, I really liked using the one water distributor thing with greenhouses, because then I never had to worry about the greenhouses again. Especially if you use the kind that you don't have to provide the manure for. I found some modded greenhouses that if I use those and I set them up where you have to supply water and manure, you can actually sell your product for 3 times the amount. Well, now see, that's what the one setup was on FS22. The one system I used for my greenhouses, it had the water and it distributed the water, but only within a radius. But for me, that was better because it had the water with it already. And I didn't mind having to, they only cost $5,000, so I didn't mind having more than one. In fact, I prefer it a lot of times because I can include it into the decoration. But you never know whether those things are going to be brought over into the next iteration of the game or not. Like, I could wait for the next year for that particular water distributing system, that mod that I'm talking about. I could wait for the next year for it to come out on FS25, and it never come out. And it makes it kind of hard to play the game, or at least for me, because I have in my head, I'm going to be able to do this, I'm going to be able to do that. But like a good example, a real good example is my favorite silos. They may not make it to FS25, which is unfortunate because they were my favorite silo, but they're not there yet. And it seems to me like it would have been pretty simple to convert something like that over to FS25. So the fact that by now they're still not out, that's kind of telling me I'm probably not even going to have it as an option. Well, now see, that's how I was when I first started playing FS19. I did not have any experience with FS17 or 15 or any of that, so I had nothing to go on. So when I was doing all the baling, the wrapping, I was doing stacking all that using just a front end loader on a tractor, you know, and a fork. Doing it all like that. And I was using a bucket on the front of a tractor for manure for my greenhouses and stuff like that. I was doing all that stuff, and then I started finding all this these mods that let you skip all that. Well, now that's how I was on FS19. When I first started on FS19, I did not use any kind of mods or anything until I kind of got familiar with the game. And now I pretty much use all mods. If it'll give it to me for free, I'm going to install it. I have so many mods installed that I may never use, but just because I think they're kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of like how it is. If I see something that I think looks cool, then I install it, even knowing I'm not going to use it. But I like having the options. Let's see here while that guy's doing that. Yeah, I do too. Let me see here. If I was going to construction, I'm trying to think, where would water, if I wanted to look at the water stuff, where would I find water containers? Yeah, containers. Yeah, see, we got to get some of this right here. Not that one. I think, what is it? That one? No, that's liquid. Yeah, this one right here. We got to get that one for sure. We have that one right there. We got to get that one. But I was looking. See, I'm waiting for a free fuel tank to come out too. There's one that is blue and white, and it gives free fuel. So I'm waiting for that also. But you can see I download a bunch of this kind of stuff, and I'm not even going to use it. I just think it looks cool. Like this right here. I really like the look of this water house. In fact, that would look really nice. We're not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it yet. But see, this is one of these things that would look cool. Where's my, yeah, right down in here somewhere. I would have to buy. But just because it fits the right style, I would put it like down in here somewhere. We would have to buy some land, it looks like, to get it to work in here. But still, this is the kind of thing I install it as a mod, but I may never actually use it. But I download stuff like this just in case, you know, because it looks cool. Anyway, okay, Dee Dee, God bless you. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We're going to get this field planted. What's your video upload to if you're still here? 38%. All right. Well, good night. Yep, thank you, Monty. Yeah, no, like I was saying, I got to decide for sure what type of harvester. I was thinking about switching over and using a forage harvester and pulling a trailer behind it. And I already did a test, if you remember, on Riverbend Springs. We actually leased the harvester so we could attach our trailer to it, make sure it would work. And it will work. The advantage of doing that is that we have a larger capacity with the harvester, and also the header for the forage harvester will do like our wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, but it will also do the sunflowers and the corn. We don't need a separate header for those things, which we use a lot. So I was thinking about switching over to that type and then doing the fertilizer different and stuff too, changing the process. So on Riverbend Springs, we might switch over and go that route. But then I also found a harvester. I found a harvester with let's see, it's in this harvester. Because this harvester has a 200,000, we can set it up for extra large capacity, which is 200,000 liters. So that's like the same amount that our trailer holds. Well, I think our trailer holds 260,000 liters maybe. But anyway, we could use this harvester instead of using a forage harvester and pulling our trailer behind it. So now I'm not sure if I want to just stick with this particular harvester. I might do this one instead. So I'm undecided yet. I'm probably going to stick with the regular agriculture harvester instead of the forage harvester. after we get this field planted, we can actually jump over onto Riverbend Springs for a minute. We can look at the mods that I have installed recently because I haven't activated none of those yet. Or maybe I did. No, I didn't. But and then I want to buy one of those trailers that we're going to use for a silo for down by our oil mill. We're not really going to farm on that map. I just want to buy one of those trailers. I should have, I think I have enough money on there. Well, yeah, I do. Let's see, let me look at something right quick here, guys. I need to see if there's a certain horsepower required No. Because I was thinking I might want to buy a small tractor to pull these wagons with these trailers. Yeah, something like that right there. But see, I even thinking about like, I wish I could. I used this tractor once to do like a fertilizer spreader or something, but I need something to, I wonder if I can, let's see what kind of, yeah, I can, since I like Valtras, I'd like to be able to use something like that, but I don't know that I could get it. I don't think that would pull it. I don't think that would pull a trailer full of grain. I do like it though. Nice. Oh well. All right. Gonna do some headland rows. And he's back to where he first started. Yeah, I know. That's gonna be fun. I've been waiting for a while now to be able to go over to that practice field. Well, there is, over there by where the college football field is, there is like a little pond, a couple of ponds over there, I noticed in that one video that I did. But other than that, I don't know of any place around here, and I don't know what those are for. I'm gonna walk over to the college, over to that area where the football field was. I'm gonna walk up there, but it's been rainy the last few days, so I haven't gotten out. But I actually want to walk over there and see if they'd let me fly my drone on their football field. Now see, I'm surprised it skipped this inner row and it's doing the outside. That does not make sense. Yeah, my grandson in Texas has a PS4 in his room. But he prefers to play his dad's PS5. Well, it seems like it's taken forever to get this field done, seeing as how this is like the third live stream. Trying to get the same field finished. Alright, one more trip around the field. No, it's an AI helper. No, I was just going to comment on how it could go all the way around the field. In one pass, and then it had to stop. I'm still going to try to fix this right here. Okay, so let's save it. And then let's go over to Riverbend Springs right quick. And I want to buy one of those trailers. And we'll go ahead and activate the mods. See, I installed like that tractor and then this tractor. Some of the small tractors. But I like some of the old school looking ones. Just to use I like having one that's dedicated for like fertilizer spreader, certain things. So if I can buy let's see. Oh. And like I said, I do get stuff I may never use. I got those right there, those trailers, because they have a 400,000 liter capacity. That's a lit bump. I might use that on that bunker right there. I might use that on Calmlands. I'm not sure. For silage. And I like the way that looks. But I may not use them. And that's a repair shop for Calmlands. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but sheep barn. I like the look of it. I like that sheep barn. It looks pretty cool. That's the water distributor I was talking about, that blue one, where you can place it anywhere on the map and it will distribute water to anything that needs it, but you have to fill it. Okay, so we got all them active, so now we're just going to jump on here. We're going to buy a trailer. We're going to use it for our we're going to use it as a silo. So we're not going to sleep. We're not going to do any of that kind of stuff. We are going to go over here. I'm not going to worry about the dog. We are going to come right over here. We're going to grab our tractor. $77. Whoops. Yeah, 77 is probably going to be the next one. We're just going to run up here to the shop and then we're going to buy a trailer. Yes. Yeah, because see, we'll put sunflowers in that field. So that way we have our canola and our sunflowers right there close to the oil mill. Now we want to buy this trailer. And we want the capacity at 5 million liters. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Brands, rear light design is going to be number 3. Number 3. Triangle, yes. Main color, purple. cover. The frame is going to be carbon fiber. Design is going to be purple. Reflector color the inner rim is carbon fiber, and the outer rim, there we go, $20,100. Okay, there it is. Okay, now while we're here, we're going to buy a second one. We are going to buy a second one. We are going to, let's see, triangle, yes, design standard. I want to do like a sunflower yellow. Yeah, we'll go with like a John Deere yellow, I guess. Will be okay. And then we want to say, brown. The frame, I want to go with a dark green. Yeah. Design color, brown. All right, nice. Reflector color, that should be brown. Because we don't need it to reflect. We just want a color pattern. There we go. No, I'll tell you what. Let's go back to that. Let's make that dark green also. Well, I can't really tell that it's green, but that's okay. Inner rim is going to be no, I want that to be the brown. And then we want it to be sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, I think like that, and then there we go. And this is for sunflowers. So we're going to buy the same thing. It's a little $50 cheaper than the other one. Wow. All right, so we're going to buy this one because this one is going to be used for sunflowers. And now we have silos for these two fields. So we will deliver these. Now, I'm not going to be spending any more money. We got to get that loan paid off. But I wanted to go ahead and get these trailers because these are going to act like silos. But then I want to buy a couple of small tractors so they have dedicated tractors to pull them around. So when we do the other tractor for the other trailer, we'll do it with yellow and brown. Although that's not my color scheme. I like the purple. This is the one I like. But whoops, whoop, 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 get back, get back. Whoa, what happened? Man, this game is like you let off of it, it just keeps going. Wow. The thing coasts for a long ways. It's kind of funny. Here's that field. That triangular shaped field is right there. That's going to be our sunflower field. And we can alternate. We can like switch back and forth. But now this is just going to park right here. We could just park it. That is the silo. Now let's go get the other trailer and bring it back down here for this triangle field. Now in the next live stream we'll be on this map. Actually, let me stop that so I don't end up. I wanted to look at something. I want to see yeah, see, we sleep for another day. We're going to be harvesting right here. So our next live stream will be over here. We'll be on this map. Okay. I was thinking that we should be able to be ready to play on this one. Yeah, we sleep one more time. So we're going to grab this this other trailer and we'll take it. Oh, I hit another sign. I didn't even see it. All right, now see, this is going to be our sunflower silo. Portable silo. Awesome. So that just gave us for $40,000, 40,100. Yeah, I like this map. It's a kind of the replacement for Elm Creek. And we just bought that big a field. We just bought this not too long ago. And we have canola because the oil mill is right here. So now we can supply our oil mill. But I wanted a silo down here. They didn't have any decent silos that weren't like real big. And they changed the landscape. Elm Creek is coming back. Oh, wow. We may play on that too because I like that map. But anyway, I wanted silos or a silo, but to get a silo that had any capacity, they cover so much ground, and where this sits on a hillside, it wouldn't work. These trailers are awesome. 5 million liters each. So we'll buy 2 tractors. Now I'm gonna buy small tractors. I think I should be able to use, where's the Valtra? Yeah, this one. I should be able to use these right here and buy them. I want to make sure I can change. Uh, yeah, we can change well, we can't change much color, can we? So that would be one of them. 124,500. And then the other one would be, we'll just have to go with like, see, I might have to take that trailer and change it to John Deere yellow. Just so it matches. I probably will. And then we'll go with the brown. And that'll be the tractor for the other one. But I may have to, like I said, I may have to get that trailer and redo the yellow to make it John Deere yellow. Now see how, if you don't come to a complete stop, this thing just, man, it just moves on its own. And I actually was at a stop and it still moved somehow. let's see what the... Where's, I'm not being able to move. It's not letting me... Oh, there we go. There we go. I wanted to see how much food we have left. We're okay. We'll take care of them next time. So let's save it. And that's going to do it for this live stream, guys. We're right at the 3-hour mark. 2 hours and 58 minutes. And then we'll come on here next time and we'll sleep, and then we'll have these fields over here we can do. And then we'll go from there. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. And we'll do it again Friday. And thankfully, we did not have any issues with connections and stuff. Monty, good to see you. We made it through an entire live stream this time. Guys, I will catch you on Friday. Until then, God bless.